Welcome, Aries, to Journey Tarot. This is your reading for 2023. This is a general reading and it will not resonate with everyone here. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. If you do find this is your journey, I'd like to invite you to like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps get the messages out to others that may also benefit from hearing them, and I truly do appreciate your support. I'm going to go ahead and dive right in here. My phone will only let me record 38 minutes of video, and this reading is pretty close to that. Let's go ahead and take a look at January. January energy coming out for you. I have the Page of Cups, the Wheel in reverse, and Moon card energy, past lives. Pisces energy. Some of you might be interacting with the Pisces. When I look at these cards here for January, the Page of Cups is somebody that is exploring what makes them happy and looking at different potential. It's paired up here with the Wheel in reverse, which could be indicating that there's been a change in your lifestyle. Something in your living situation has changed beyond your control. This very likely deals with somebody that you've known for a very long time, share past life energy with. This could be a water sign. That would be a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio. We have Pisces coming out twice here. It looks to me that there's a change coming for you in January. You're exploring some new opportunities, seeing what makes you feel satisfied. I feel like for some of you, this could be an energy of someone that feels very familiar coming into your life. This could also be you making changes in your appearance and how you look. You could be feeling maybe under the weather even there with that past life and in the Aries position. Okay, let's get shuffled up for February. Largely what I see is due to a change in your life situation, something beyond your control, or someone coming in that you've known for a long time, at least on your soul level. You're exploring a new opportunity, looking into this cup to see what fills you with happiness. It's a curious energy. Let's go ahead and take a look at February. I have the Wheel again. This time it's in the upright position. Now, the Taurus position deals with money, security, self-worth, things like that, things that feel stable and safe. So with the Wheel there, I see an uptick in any kind of financial standing. So if you've been struggling with money, you might be seeing an end to that. I also have the Two of Wands coming out for you here, showing that you have some choices to make. You have a decision on how to move forward. This cat can stay inside, or they can choose to venture out. These are looking at two different options and different plans. Coming in with integration, which is temperance energy, you're trying to keep everything in balance. With the change that occurs in January and that shift in momentum, by looking at those cups, looking in that cup in January, you've come up with a couple of ideas by February of what is really going to propel you forward, at least as far as like your passions and inspirations go. Integration shows that you're going to be able to bring things into harmony. This is like blending hot and cold water to get the perfect temperature, black and white to get the perfect color of gray paint that you're looking for. And with Wheel in the upright position here, this is positive energy. So I see two things happening here. One is exploring what fills you with happiness and passion. And then two, I also see an upswing in any kind of financial situation, security situation that you face at this time. Let's go ahead and take a look at March. In March, we have Gemini. It deals with your living conditions, communications, travel, things of that kind of nature. It's just the placement of the house. Don't read too much into it. We have the Hierophant. You could be learning something new, pursuing a new study, particularly in like spirituality or any kind of religious forum. This is getting an education from somebody that has a lot of experience. This is doing things the way they've always been done because it's been proven to work. I also have the Demon Cat in reverse, which lets me know that in the month of March, things that haven't been serving you, you're going to be cutting those out of your life. This is like breaking an addiction or stopping a pattern of behavior that hasn't been benefiting you. So for some of you, you could be like studying a practice like, oh, say yoga or meditation, maybe working with some mentors or some guides to help curb some of the behaviors or patterns of the past that weren't beneficial to you. And you knew that, so you're taking those out at this time. I have key 2 here, which tells me that your inner voice and your inner wisdom has been guiding you in this process all along. Some of you definitely are pursuing something in the spirituality realm. And I see that occurring for you in March. You're going to be doing a lot of communication in this field too. It's not just your own personal journey, even though the inner voice is here, because we have the Hierophant, which lets me know that you have guides and people that you're working with. Let's go ahead and take a look at April. The Cancer likes to talk a lot about family, roots, emotional security. And again, it doesn't have to, because we're also looking at April, and that might not be your major area of focus. It's just an additional bit of information. I have the 10 of Pentacles here in reverse. So there could be a trend or a change in the family situation that kind of shakes things up a little bit. This would be like a caution to avoid overspending, to not whittle away your resources. It's paired up with the Ace of Fire, so I can see that there's a lot of inspiration and ambition at this time too. Let's go ahead and get one more. 5 of Pentacles. Now this change here in March could feel like you have a new passionate pursuit, but there's a possibility that it makes you feel isolated from other people that are around you and kind of left out in the cold. You could also feel that it is not beneficial to your family living situation. So if you've engaged in something that has cost too much money or cost too much resource, and that can be time, it could be stability with people that you know in your family, this is a caution not to let your passions get away from you in January, February, March, April, in the month of April. Let's come on and take a look at May. Leo deals with creativity. It deals with our passion. And again, this could just be additional information for what they want to talk about in May. I have the Queen of Pentacles. Things are feeling abundant for you. You could be interacting with an earth sign in May. That would be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. But things feel pretty solid. You feel like you're able to take care of yourself and others. You feel very stable and grounded at this time. So there's a little hiccup here in April with the family security, but by May it's going to resolve. I have the 4 of Fire. And this is also a good card of home and family, of working together to create something really magical. This card can talk about weddings, things that are newly created, things that we collaborate to create. And look, it's paired up there with the 4 of Wands again. So there definitely is something happening in May that makes you feel very abundant, like everything you need is available to you. This involves a group of people. This is a celebratory pair of cards here. Both of these, 4 of Fire, 4 of Participation, 4 of Wands. This is a wedding. This is a graduation. This is a gathering of people coming together, and it's a really good, happy feeling energy. Let's go ahead and come over to June. Virgo deals with routines, day-to-day business that you take care of. It can also deal with your physical well-being. I have the Moon in reverse. There could be secrets coming up to the surface, things that you were not aware of. Could be interacting with the Pisces. But it's also paired up with Sun card energy, so these things that are coming to the surface are actually bringing you a lot of joy. Physically, you're feeling pretty good, and your day-to-day life feels pretty stable and happy. There's a lot of sunny energy around you. This period of moon card energy being in reverse here tells me that there could have been a shadow hanging over you in the past, some secret or some mystery, but the sun card here is coming in to illuminate that. So anything that you've been waiting to get an answer on, you're likely to see one at this time. We also have the Three of Pentacles, Three of Guidance. This is a lot of spirit energy coming in. This is a collaboration between you, your friends, your family, your coworkers, and spirit all working together to create something great. This is you offering guidance to other people or receiving it, particularly receiving it from spirit. Let's move into July. Libra energy here can deal with partnerships, legal matters, human interactions, keeping things in balance. First card coming out for you, I have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Could be an air sign you're interacting with. Could be a communication that's coming in that's kind of sharp and cutting. This could be needing to break a tie with something or someone coming in to break a tie with you. I also have the Cat in reverse. The Cat in reverse is Fool card energy. This deck here, when it comes up in reverse, it's telling you before you take an action to just make sure you have your feet firmly on the ground. It's not that it's not time to start off on a bold new adventure. It is, because it's the Fool. But it just wants you to make sure that your plans are laid, that you're ready to go, that you've got your bags packed, and that you know what you need to know. I'm also coming up with the Queen of Wands energy here, sharing. This is a good time for you, Aries, as this is a card that represents you well. Male or female, it doesn't matter. The tarot is gender neutral. Sharing card, Queen of Wands, is a very passionate, charismatic person. People are drawn to them. They are very generous. They're good at telling stories. They are the life of the party. People really enjoy spending time around them. I also see this air sign energy interacting with you, and this air sign energy can be a little bit harsh and sharp. That's what we have for July. Let's go ahead and move to August. You know, if I have time, I'm going to come back and clarify a little bit more of this for you. I've done several readings for you and haven't been able to get them to record properly. So I am moving a little quickly, and I do want to apologize for that, but I want to get this full year in for you. Let's go ahead and take a look at August. And August, we have Scorpio here in your placement for August. And I'm not saying that your placement of Scorpio is here or anything like that. It's just the spread and how I'm reading it. Scorpio deals with sex and taxes and death and things that we don't talk about to other people. It talks about changes of fortune, sudden changes in fortune. Scorpio is all death and rebirth, right? Things that we don't talk about. And we have the Four of Wands here. We have a lot of Four of Wands in your reading here. I'd be really surprised if a lot of you aren't spending a lot of time with family this year. I feel like a lot of you might be getting married. A lot of you are going to be having a lot of celebrations in your home with your friends, with your family, because this is dominant so far. So we have the Four of Wands. Good time for you here in August. Moon card energy is coming back, so it could be Pisces interacting with you here. There's mystery and there's some intrigue here. With that Four of Wands card, there could be people in your family that don't necessarily tell you everything, or you could be wanting to keep some secrets to yourself. They could be sorrowful secrets, things that kind of keep you awake at night, and this totally belongs here in the Scorpio energy, doesn't it? The things we don't talk about, the shadows and the mysteries that we keep under wraps. I feel like in the month of August, someone in your family or very close to you has some sorrow in their life that they're not letting come to light at this time. I would definitely be aware of the people around you that are closest to you that are likely family. And whether or not they're suffering, they might be keeping some things to themselves that normally they would tell you about. Let's take a look into September. Sagittarius talks about dreams, philosophy, travel, education, things of that nature. But for this practical purpose, we're using it as September. And I have for you the Two of Wands. You could have some plans in place, and I think we saw the Two of Wands down here. There could be a hesitation and a delay in some plans that you have been making, or you're facing a choice that you don't want to make. This is an active choice. This is trying to decide which way to go forward. Let's get more information. I have the Sea King. The Sea King is the King of Cups. He is in reverse here. When the King of Cups is in reverse, you could be interacting with a water sign. Again, we're going to come back to that Pisces, Scorpio, or it could be a Cancer. This person's emotions are really contained. They're not really good at expressing their love when normally the King of Cups is very controlled in how he offers his love. Again, this could be you feeling this way. It could be someone that you're interacting with. It could be trying to make a decision about how this Sea King plays into your life. Let me get a little more. I have the Ace of Wands. This is somebody you actually feel very passionate about, very enthusiastic about. The Ace of Wands source energy is a spark of passion and drive. So what I see here is that you might, now particularly for you singles, might be having a new passionate start with this Sea King who's not exactly sure or clear about how to present his love to you. You might be facing a choice, unable to decide which way to go, whether you would want to be with the Sea King or whether his inability to offer love to you as you would like it is a deal breaker. That's not going to resonate with everybody. Let's go ahead and take a peek at October. October is Capricorn. Self-expectations, goals, and public image are themes that can present themselves here. I have the Ace of Wands in reverse. I seem to think here that this spark of passion that comes up in September, in October, you might say, no, that's not for me. That's not the path I want to pursue, at least not now. So it looks like that choice that you have in September is something you're going to choose to delay. And it's going to be very tempting, though, because we have Strength in reverse here. Strength in reverse is kind of giving in to those animalistic instincts. This is kind of like letting your instinct get the better of you. Well, you want to keep things under control. You don't really, but I feel like this is a choice. This is a decision that you're making, and you come to compromise with it. We have the Six of Pentacles, so that balance, this choice that you're making back in September, in October, you come to a resolution. You may say no to the Sea King. You may say no to the Sea King, but before you do, you might actually embrace the impulse to check it out a little more and see if there's some way you can compromise to work with them. This is all about balance, giving and receiving. Where the Sea King here in September isn't able to offer their love as you would like, perhaps by October, they've kind of got that down. I feel like things are a little more stable here, even though we have a diminishing passion and drive there with that Ace of Wands being in reverse there. That is a hot, quick fling right there. So if you're predisposed to that kind of thing, I'll definitely keep an eye out for that. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at November. In November, I have the Nine of Cups. This is wish fulfillment. This is being satisfied with all of your cups spread behind you there. This is making yourself happy and also finding happiness and making others happy. This is a really promising card of getting what you want and feeling quite content with where you are in life emotionally. We also have for you the Seven of Sea. The Seven of Sea means that you might be looking at some of these bubbles floating around, and some of them might seem so good that you're just tempted to reach out and pop them to see if they're real. Some of them might be illusions. Let's get some clarification. But there's real things floating around in those bubbles too. We're looking at different choices and options. So many things are making you happy in November here that it's hard to believe. There you are, making the moral choice. Queen of Swords, being sharp, being clear, using logic, popping the bubbles that aren't serving you, and maintaining that ability to fill all your cups of happiness. Let's go ahead and move into December. December wants to talk about Pisces. These are things in the shadow, feels, dangers, sorrows, things that we've packed away deep inside that we don't want to even look at. But it's also December here for the purpose of this reading, because we all know Pisces energy is not in December, right? I have the Six of Pentacles coming back in. So shadows from the past, look at that. Balance and harmony again. This is that compromise card right here. There's a lot coming through in this reading. I really wish I had more than 38 minutes to get it out to you, Aries. Okay. If you'd like, feel free to drop me a comment or a question to clarify any of this. And if there's like a particular month you want me to look a little more in focus, I can leave you a message and let you know about that. Six of Sky lets me know that there's a conflict in December, but this is something you choose not to engage in. See all these people squabbling in the background, these cats with their little cat fight, and you're just walking away because you've had enough of it. You're more about the Six of Pentacles, equal give and take, good balance of energy. This is people sharing equally in burdens, responsibilities, finances, whatever it is at that time where people are contributing together. Everybody's doing it equally. Here, they're having a little spat, and you're having nothing to do with that. You're just out of there, Aries. Let's get a little more, and look at that. It brings in great abundance for you. We have the Queen of Pentacles coming back in. She's exactly right directly across the board here from the Queen of Pentacles that appears in May. I love that. So flowering, abundant energy. You are walking away from stress. You're walking away from things that are combative, and you are walking into prosperity, the ability to take care of yourself and others. There's a lot of abundance in your reading here, Aries. I'm going to go ahead and get a center card here, just as the overall theme. I'm going to say the overall theme for you is actually going to be about financial security or emotional security. Possibly someone dancing into your life a few times that's really tempting to you. I didn't see a lot of devils coming out. I think we had one. But this person's really tempting. May not necessarily tell you everything that's going on because there's a lot of moon card energy. That person, I'm really leaning towards being a Pisces. Overall energy for you is the Nine of Pentacles. This is an independent, financially stable, secure person. This person has what they need. They know what they want. They know how to go about getting it because they've done the hard work to do that. In the center here, we have completionist energy. We have the Five of Sea. There's still a little bit of regret that when we make the choices, we can't have them all. Sometimes we have to go yes or no, go left or go right. We have to make those choices. And I can see that as an overall theme, and I feel it with some of these cards here, it's like there's a lot out there for you this year. Things that you want to do and plans that you want to follow, people that you want to interact with. And it's like you can't have everything. There's a lot of finding compromise towards the end of the year. I have it here twice with two Six of Pentacles. But there's still some disappointment that you can't engage all the fish in the sea. Now, for some of you, that might actually be that you can't engage all the fish in the sea. But I feel like for most of you, it's more about not being able to take all the opportunities that present themselves to you. And then I have slowing down is the overall theme, which sounds more negative than actually the card is. This is a really beautiful and positive card. This is the Knight of Pentacles. This is more security and stability. The Knight of Pentacles comes in carrying their pentacle on the back of a tortoise. It's very slow-moving energy, but this is a promise of prosperity continuing to grow in your life, coming into you slowly. There's a gradual increase of your security throughout the year. And Aries, I'm going to pause for a moment to see how much time I have left. I'll be right back. You know, I've still got about 9 minutes on the clock, so let's go ahead and take a look here and bring a little more focus into some of this situation. All right, looks like we're starting off the year with you having a lot of contemplation. January, a lot of contemplation about what fills your happy cup. And this is a very curious kind of energy. There's been a shift in your life, some kind of change that almost seems like it's towards the negative, like the positive potential that was growing in 2022 has shifted and changed. This energy involves somebody that you've known in the past, somebody that you've interacted with that feels like soulmate energy. And soulmates come in so many different varieties. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a family member. It could be a friend. It could be a stranger even. But I don't feel like it. But I feel like this shift and change feels like something that was meant to happen. This shift in fortune is so that you have the opportunity to look in your cup curiously and see, why is there a fish in there? And then we come into February. Things are actually swinging in your favor. Things are working out in your favor. You have some decisions on which direction to go. Whether you want to stay where you are or go to a different location. And quite often the Two of Wands has that energy of actually moving to a new location or following a completely different path than what you're on. Are you staying where you are or are you going outside? Here you are with Temperance card energy, finding the harmonious balance. This is like satisfying both of your decisions, both of your choices, bringing them into harmony. So maybe you stay where you are, but you leave and you go somewhere else for a period of time. I feel like for some of you, this could be like you have a long distance relationship and it feels very fortuitous, but you decide to just go visit them every now and then. When we come over here and get to March, we have Hierophant. In March, I can see you really focusing on taking care of yourself, listening to your inner voice, cutting out things that don't serve you in life. This is freeing up time for you. It's freeing up energy for you. It feels good and it's the right choice for you. It feels like your soul is happy to grow in this experience. It's very kind of spiritual, very personal, even though you're learning this and doing this either in a class or with a group or with a mentor. April, we have a shift in energy. There's this passionate energy coming in, and we have the Ace of Wands 3 times in your reading, 3 times this year. This is passionate, a passionate new start, Aries. So that this is the first one appearing here. But this passionate new start has the potential to have a negative impact on your home life, your finances, or it could feel like something that you feel very passionate about that you can't access. This is like a poverty kind of feeling, like you can't get to this Ace of Fire here, or you get to that and then there's like a negative reaction to everybody else around you. When we get over here to May, there's a lot of harmony in family, in your groups, the people that you feel closest to. You're really making a lot of magic. There is a lot of abundance in May. This to me is you working with a team of people, building something solid and stable and actually really quite magical. If there's going to be like a marriage, the birth of a child, something really hugely positive in your family, I'd look at that month of May, because this is celebration. It feels good, it's stable, it's nurturing, it's supportive. When we come over to June, there's some mysteries afoot, but you have enough guidance to get through them. There's some kind of secret or possibly a Pisces that's not telling you everything, but the sun is here to expose any secrets and illuminate what you don't know. So this mystery isn't going to stand long. It's going to be cleared up. Coming into July, in July we have a communication coming in quite sharply, or you delivering a communication. I would caution you or encourage you that if you have to give bad news to somebody, to be gentle with your wording. This also talks about generosity and sharing, while the Fool is talking about, in reverse, keeping your feet on the ground when you pursue a new prospect. This is the fiery, passionate energy of you, Aries, keeping your feet on the ground as you start on a new venture. This is logically making your choices while still being your charismatic, energetic self. In August, I feel in August that somebody close to you is going to reveal some information to you that they've kept secret for a long time, something that has burdened their soul and made them feel sorrowful. And I do believe this could possibly be a Pisces person. The family card here, the 1111, this is somebody that you're very close with. You've done a lot of celebrating. They're very likely in your family or very closely connected to your close group of friends. September, we have that passion coming back. That passion that kind of kept you out in the cold, that you kind of felt was a little isolating here. And I feel like this might be the same person returning here, this Sea King. And they're just kind of all over the map with how they want to offer their love to you. And I see you sitting on the fence here, wondering whether you can have stability with this person or whether you're going to move forward. Like we have you here deciding whether or not to move forward. Here it's like a conflict in your home life, and here it is again coming back. This is somebody coming back from the past. You feel really, really passionate about this person. I do think with the Ace of Wands coming in here in reverse that you're going to tell them no. Now this person could be a Leo. We've been having a lot of Pisces energy popping up in this reading as well though. But there's some kind of compromise here. There's a way that you can make it work. Maybe it's this long distance relationship, and that's not going to resonate with all of you, but maybe it's this long distance relationship. You know, it might be easy to feel like you can get carried away with this, but you find some kind of compromise and some kind of balance to make this situation work out. It dampens the passion. It dampens the fire. This doesn't have to be a relationship, but I feel like for most of you, it is. This could be a passionate pursuit, and just substitute in where I say person, passionate pursuit. Coming up towards the end of the year, I can see you using a lot of logic to pop a lot of bubbles of things that are illusionary, really looking to see where to put your focus. In that month, you are choosing which path is best for you, recognizing that you have so many options. And look at all the love in your cups. This is wish fulfillment. You are going to find the bubble that you want. That's the one you're going to keep. That's the plan you're going to follow. It's a logical choice here with the Queen of Swords, but also it fills all your cups with happiness, and it is wish fulfillment. And then in December, we're rounding it out with more abundance and security with this flowering Queen of Pentacles. There is a lot of abundance in your life. I can see that people around you and those that you choose to interact with are definitely collaborating with you. They are participating in your plans, and when a bunch of BS pops up, you're just going to walk out of there. You're not going to let it ruffle you. You're going to let people deal with their issues, and you're over here dealing with yours. This looks like kind of a beautiful year for you, summed up by a lot of abundance coming in. There's security coming in for you this year, Aries. I feel quite confident in it. There's a little bit of sadness, just a hint here, because you can't have all the options. You can't have all these bubbles, but you found the bubbles that you want. You found the ones that fill up all of your cups of happiness. All right, Aries, this is my reading for 2023. As we go through the year, we'll get a little more specific month by month, of course. If you did like this reading, please do like and subscribe. Thank you for watching Journey Tarot, and until I read for you again, may your journey be full of joy.